They wanted me to sacrifice myself to preserve their way of life, but you helped me see it. The only way is to make our own way.
I wanted to make this project about dynamic game mixing and have created this within a custom level within the Lyra game project. It was further inspired and shaped after attending the Game Audio Symposium in Leeds and Air Wiggles' AirCon recently, with great talks from Andrew Quinn, Alex Previty and Chloe Kwok in particular. I also designed some weapons, ambiences, pickups and spawning sounds to set the scene. So to make extra dynamics in the game, I've mixed the scene through game parameters driving the threat level, and through dynamic mixing using sidechaining. The player health counter brings in a heartbeat and cinematics on low health for tension and pressure. Who's winning score-wise and by how much? Who's winning score-wise raises the ambient volume lightly and also the pitch, which is higher to add a little more tension when the opposition is winning, and calmer when you're winning. It's subtle in game, but it's still noticeable, but it's easier to hear in Wwise. Time of day looped night and day ambiences together. This is driven by the movement of the directional light in the level, which acts as the sun. And here I can play with layering deeper into the randomizations, weighting, delays and maybe even blend containers within those. I made a parameter for how many players are left in the shootout, but didn't end up needing it for this scalar project in the end. And onto the dynamic mixing through sidechaining. Number 1, narrative mode with state SFX raising.
They wanted me to sacrifice myself to preserve their way of life, but you helped me see it. The only way is to make our own way.
And what makes the narrative mode even smoother is adding EQ to the ambience during the dialogue. And thank you to Abby Passion who allowed me to use and repurpose this clip from a game we made recently together. The bombs and weapons compressing the ambience. So some of these techniques can be applied in a variety of different ways and timings to create tension and release, for example in horror games or narrative-driven games. Many mixing elements come together to make smooth transitions in these parts, which without the dynamic element can feel quite flat overall and undramatic. So there's a balance of having elements respond and play off each other, and the ability to control them smoothly to add fluidity between game moments rather than jumpiness, to help keep the player deeper in the situation. So that's all in this video. Thank you for listening and I hope you enjoyed watching.